listen to.
Oh, wait, we need more time.
Bang.
All right, that's the marker right there.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Little eventful
right.
start to episode 103. So glad to have you guys listening or watching, possibly. And also so glad to have a brand new, absolutely charming guest on today.
Hey, thanks for having me on, guys.
Of course. So, what did you want to talk about, Clint? You were talking about something earlier.
Yeah.
You were like going to take it away.
You said you had some wisdom
No,
to
I
spread
told you
to
take
the
it
world.
over.
Yeah, you kept yelling at us to get you on for these last few weeks, so you should have something come up by this.
I just came
Well,
up,
By this point, we give you plenty of
so
time
many
to think.
times.
I
You
just
guys
came up
have
with
never-
a great phrase, but I'm not going to say it here because I don't want to sound stupid. So I'll just leave you guys to your imagination.
You gotta say it whenever you say that.
How are you going to make yourself sound stupid?
You got to just come out and say it then.
That's hard to
I
do.
do that every day. Let's be honest with ourselves. No, it's something you got to. I need a good setup for. It's got to happen naturally. You guys missed it, but Jason, he might have just dropped like the hottest album of the summer.
Anthem of the Summer.
That was Jason's.
Oh, mine Barry, dude. We need to get Barry a new fit, by the way. He's been kind of chilling like that for a while. I looked back. We don't have anything.
Too long. I keep looking up right into them lights, bro, and they're blind.
I know, it's like a moth. My eyes just want to go look directly
Stop
at it.
looking
to
at it.
burn
My whole body wants to go into that
said that
light
the
right there, bro.
You said that the first time we used it, and then 2 minutes later, you're like, it's not that bad. And then,
I lied to make you feel better.
let me go to the notes.
I was going to say, you've had plenty of time to think about it. You've had like a month by
Yeah,
now.
have you been thinking
You guys
about
know me. I can't talk right. I can't think right either. So
we
I
should have
can't-
had you on and
okay.
give a presentation, a Google Slides presentation.
Yeah, we would have sat there for 20
Oh, we're
minutes.
playing some of
Clean
those. We're
up.
playing some of those for
It
sure.
was, what
We
year was
should
that,
actually
freshman or
do this.
sophomore?
For what?
You and Wes's presentation.
That was whenever we had Mrs. Shadow. I think
Yeah,
that
was
was our sophomore year.
Was it sophomore? These two presenting in English class, most illiterate kids I've ever seen. Not to dog on them,
The worst thing-
but the only reason they made their time goal for it because we had to take breaks for people laughing at them trying to present.
stuttered so
Miss
bad.
Shadow was laughing at him. It was bad.
I would say no reading off the board, guys, but apparently you can't even do that.
Couldn't do that. The worst part was it was like during whenever we had to do the one over like the goddess.
Oh
the
yeah, the
goddesses
Greek
and all
gods and
that.
goddesses,
So
where the names are
it was a
actually
lot harder
hard.
words.
Yeah, and like the places are hard to pronounce.
It's okay,
And
Clint.
the one presentation, we were supposed to get 20 minutes. And so Luke Regula was sitting in the front. He's like, all right, Clint, I'll start on your first. I'm like, shut up, Luke. No, I won't. And I'm like, well, and everyone started laughing. And that added like 5 minutes to my presentation.
If you hit the
Clutch
time, you
up,
hit the
dude.
time,
I
and
hit the
everyone
time.
remembers it.
That's what matters.
It's not boring. So what were you saying, Isaiah?
I'm just going through a list. We have a huge old list of what things we could do since Clint. I got nervous.
I didn't know I was coming on until about 20 minutes before it was supposed to start.
Oh
So-
no, it was
It
like an
started
hour
just
and a
now.
half,
Come
2
on, bro.
hours.
And then Devin blessed
Alright.
us with
Let me look
40
at about
minutes.
6:30.
Of
It was at least
6:30.
45 minutes.
So it was about an hour.
Let me look at what time I said in the chat that Clint's coming.
Let's see.
It
here.
was.
We could do. Who put? Okay.
It was almost 3 hours ago.
It was a while
it
ago,
really?
bro.
Yeah, it was at 6
Well, we've
o'clock.
been here for an hour waiting on somebody.
Well, I said before it was supposed to start.
No, Devin. Okay, I'm gonna expose Devin for a second.
Yeah, for real.
Okay. Jacob.
Okay.
Well,
You don't get the chance because we literally are banning you from this episode.
Yeah, listen. Okay. Jacob texted at 6:50 p.m. to yesterday. Sorry, yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay. It says 6:50 yesterday.
Hope one of the mics picked that up.
Jacob says, so Devin, Trey, Isaiah, y'all able to do 7:45 tomorrow at the cabin? And did we want to get a guest to have on? We only have 4 mics, blah, 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 some technical stuff. Trey, yeah, that works for me. Devin, yeah, we only have 4 mics, so I said just 4 of us. Obviously that changed. We like it right now. Trey, 3 arrows indicating yes. Of course, I didn't reply. Today, 6:04 p.m. Clint doesn't work tonight, so we could get him on even with 4 mics, since he has been asking for a while, which, so sorry it took so long, Clint. Of course, you should have been a priority for us. I don't know what we were thinking. Jacob says, you're a call. Then we end up agreeing, and even I reply to this. I say, absolutely. We end up agreeing that Clint is coming on tonight. No change of time. We're sitting in here, 7:45. We get here. We're waiting. Devin, 8:04 p.m. goes, "What time, fellas?"
That was a major sell.
And then we go, "We're all right here. We're all here
we
right now."
have receipts.
We go.
bro.
Trey goes 7:45, and then he goes, "Well, the plans changed, so that text is nulled."
That's true. Bro,
that's
how
not
was it?
how it
Bro, we literally did not agree on anything. What we're doing right now is the complete
on.
opposite of what we said. We literally said, "You guys able to do it tomorrow? You want to find a guest?" I said, "Nah."
Well,
I
yeah,
didn't say
you-
yeah to
you for-
7:45. I said, "Yeah, we only have 4 mics, guys." So I say we just do 4.
It's not our fault you didn't read the time. You agreed to the text.
Well, because
so-
we were still working out the details. We were trying to figure out the guests and whatever. and
Well,
I said,
obviously,
yeah.
if no one else says anything about it, then we're good to
When you
go.
work
Also,
on
you
some
never
details,
agreed,
you
so
don't-
I don't even know if you can make it. So I'm sitting there like, I say we just do 4.
That's
and
just
then
how I do it,
today,
dude.
today at
I show
6. Well,
I just read a text and show up.
I showed up too.
Late,
Late.
like 8:30.
Doesn't
Even
matter.
after,
At least I
yeah, even
text.
after 8:05, we're like, "Oh, right here, no problem." I even said, he said, "Well, the plans changed," and I'm like, "It's all right, let him have it." You're right. It was like 8:30 when he got here.
You were in no rush.
Well, I'm not. I was busy.
What were you busy with?
Madden.
This is not on us.
You know,
This is
No.
not on us.
Okay, I did not get here at 8:30, but yeah, I had to put on pants, bro. And I also had to get all the equipment.
You're not even on the screen right now.
I have pants on.
Those are shoes.
Well, I also had to put those on too.
You live 5 minutes. You live 5 minutes.
Thank you. But no, dude, there's
You can
no
wear
way.
shoes without
That is
pants.
that is the most poor communication. If we're just gonna assume from a text from yesterday that we all didn't even agree
8 o'clock
on.
p.m. to be like,
Because I was waiting for someone to say when Clint can be there. I'm sorry, I don't know Clint's schedule. I apologize. You know what? This is my fault, guys. I didn't know when Clint was available.
Hey,
Ah.
Devin. Hey,
So
Devin.
I was waiting for someone to say, "Yeah,
Hey,
Clint's available
Devin.
at this time."
I want you to consider something. We all showed up at 7:45.
So it seems
No one else verified what time. So we were all on the same page here.
I'm different.
So
I've
if you have
been
a
telling
if you
guys
got
this
a, if you have a
forever.
business meeting the next day for 8:30, right, and someone's like, "Hey, let's get coffee,"
No.
you're just
Say-
not gonna show up.
No, that's like saying, "Hey, we got a business meeting," and then a day later saying, "Hey, Tim's gonna join us for the business meeting," and then everyone's like, "Different day."
That is not true. It'd be like, yo,
Tim can't possibly be here at the time we already agreed upon. There's no way. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till after we have to meet to ask what time we're gonna
a half
meet.
hour after, just to like, and then not show up for another half hour because you had to
It's
put
fine. We're
pants
here.
on.
No one's upset. It's just kind of funny.
no, that would be like, yo, guys, should we have a meeting tomorrow at 8? And should we bring in Tim? Yeah, that works for me. We only have 4 mics. Maybe we shouldn't bring him in. Okay.
You're changing the order.
But
That's it.
yesterday
No.
we didn't text.
Why are
about
you using
Clark.
mics at a meeting though?
Okay,
question.
that's true. Whatever. Sorry. Tim can't make it. I'm just saying.
Just give Tim back.
That's
his
just poor
mic.
communication on your parts, I
Give
think.
Tim the mic.
His name is not Tim, by the way.
It is
Clint.
Clint.
It is
Thank
Clint.
you, Jason. I forgot for a second. Slipped my mind.
I think that was the
Yeah.
first time we said my name on the podcast.
Nice.
Because we didn't say it at the beginning.
What are we doing? Let's celebrate, boys. We're going to ask you a nice philosophical question real quick, okay? You ready? And feel free to just not answer. And we'll come back to a different time if it doesn't
Am I
fly
smart enough for this question?
well.
Yes,
We're
you
going
are.
to see.
Oh, is it my question I put in there?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, screw it. Is intelligence simple, just information processing, like a computer? Or does it involve more such... This is Jacob's. I'm sorry. I'm going to read it as Jacob texted it, which I'm not blaming him, but is intelligence simple, just information processing, or does involve more, such as deep level emotion / consciousness?
No, it doesn't have anything with like emotional consequence or what you said. But no, it's like the process. Like,
So it's
The
very
first-
analytical. It's
yeah.
like a computer.
yeah,
What do you think like the emotional part is? Do you think that's still like computer based?
I mean, it's kind of like it, but it's not like related to the intelligence part of it.
Emotional would be more decision making. I feel
Yeah.
like more than
Yeah.
intelligence.
But
What about
a very
emotional?
Maybe
intelligent,
we're
a very
connected.
intelligent being that can process all the data and all the facts, you think it would have a hard time making some decisions that an emotional creature could? You know?
No.
I was so
I think it's the
confused
other
by
way
the way you
around.
worded
I
that for a
feel
second.
like an emotional creature would have a harder time making decisions that an analytical creature would be able to make. It's like the
Yeah.
trolley equation, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you trolley setting for 5 people, but you could switch it to kill just one person, do you do it? Analytical person would be like, oh, that's 4 more lives saved if I switch it. So yeah,
But emotional, it could be
but
like
emotional is like,
Gandhi or something on one side and like the worst people in human history on the other
Yeah.
side. This would be the conscious decision.
Yeah. Well, this all stemmed. I was reading about this person that develops AI. Oh, did you see what they did? A committee banded together. Elon Musk was part of it to ban development.
I saw
Another
that.
update on
AI.
chat.
Mhm.
The chat.
Chat
bot.
Chat GTP.
BT.
Yeah, that's been up. That's kind of spooky, honestly.
I saw that.
Yeah. But what stemmed this whole idea is I was listening to a podcast and someone was talking about a scientist pretty much said that he believes it's his goal to create the next AI intelligence that will be the future of the human race. Like expecting them to extinct all of our biological life.
And he
then
wants
live
to
a
create
computer.
it?
Yeah.
So Terminator
Well, I was
style.
Like he's pretty
That's
much,
some Dr. Doofenshmirtz
he chose
stuff right there.
he's
I don't know
chosen
about
that.
that. I don't think he's going to be able to do it.
I was listening to the radio on the way home from work this morning, and what is it? It's like the electronic, like they're like fluffy bears, like kind of, but they're electronic and they're like AI stuff. And well, a person programmed it like to be an AI and all that, and it like started saying of how it's going to take over the human like
There's-
race and all that.
There's been a few of those that have done. They've put two. I can't remember what they called it. One might have been called Lucy or something. But two artificial intelligences on like a news station, and they like made them have a conversation. They like entered prompts and then had a conversation with each other, and by the end of it, they were in agreement. They knew each other were AI, and they were like,
They made their own language, didn't they?
Mhm.
yeah, and
Yeah.
they started speaking a different language that we couldn't understand, and they just kept talking to each other,
That's creepy.
and then they shut one of them down. Like they terminated the program of one of them.
The only thing I always see about AI is Donald Trump, Joe Biden, and Barack Obama playing like Call of
Oh,
Duty,
man.
Fortnite, any of that.
Playing Minecraft.
Or I
So
always
good.
see what's the other one? There's this AI that you can chat with, like what is it? Like Mickey Mouse, like kids characters and stuff.
It's kinda
And
creepy.
this one guy on TikTok will like tell him, like bring him through this thing, like you walk outside to the treehouse and I'm like killing all the other ones, and like the Mickey Mouse get like all scared and stuff, and it's weird.
Oh my gosh.
You're on that dark side of
Dude,
TikTok.
apparently,
That is.
it's kind of funny seeing him bullying AI with Mickey
Disturbing.
Mouse, but
Oh man.
it's better than them taking over the world. So,
I suppose so.
because it is scary how fast it's developing, and all the like them making their own language is
Gonna be all right.
kind of creepy.
Yeah, they predict we'll get to a point where we'll have AI that's able to learn 10,000 years of knowledge in 7 days. And every 7 days, just 10,000 more years of knowledge, like compounding knowledge. Like intelligence that's unfathomable, just being able to make calculations and ascertain things that, I mean, we can't even comprehend, after years and years of studying. So that brings the question, like, would they be considered intelligence in, like, the future life forms, or do they need a consciousness? Could they get so smart to the point where they actually develop a consciousness, too?
Yeah.
Well, we don't know what consciousness is yet, so we have no idea. There might be a point where we can either discern that they have the same kind of consciousness we do, or they have something so similar that we just can't tell the difference. But I don't think that will designate them as life forms necessarily. Or certainly, maybe at some point, like if we're talking about like, what's the movie where they have replicas? They're called replicants. It's a film noir movie. I don't know what it is. I can't think of it. Oh, Blade Runner. Oh my gosh. Blade Runner. They weren't life forms, but they were completely AI robots. They were called replicants, but they were so close to humans and had like emotion and everything that like there's the whole underlying theme of the movie was like kind of like, do they deserve the same rights as humans, or blah 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 blah, stuff like that.
You just need to use an AI to build like a Baymax or something and just call it good.
I think
Big
we
Hero
should have
6.
stopped at Baymax, dude, because we can totally make a Baymaxer right now.
That would be so cool.
should-
I just
yeah.
watched Big Hero 6 a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
It's been
until
on my mind.
Baymax turns the other way and starts attacking us.
Yeah, they change one chip in him and he's trying to kill somebody.
Okay, that's also
That ain't my
valid.
problem. That ain't my problem.
Just don't change the chip.
Yeah,
and
so
it's
it's
just,
you,
don't
bud.
don't allow chips to. Dude, one needle, it's fine. Just,
that is very easy to take down.
he did put armor on though, but it didn't fit all the way around.
It's also
Yeah,
in
Matt.
the eyes, isn't it? Doesn't it go like around the eyes and you can see?
The
al-
eyes turned red or something. Yeah,
There's also chinks in it. So it didn't fit them.
chinks.
Yeah, like in the arm.
Yeah, because they had to like shove it on. and
Yeah.
stuff.
That's a good movie. That's an underrated movie right there.
Underrated movie. You know another underrated movie?
I would say it's normally rated.
Big Hero 6? No one ever talks about it. Because
Doesn't mean it's underrated. Underrated is when people are like, "No, it's not that good. It's not that good." What do you guys think about Ghostbusters?
the
Which
OG one? The OG one or the new one?
Of course, the original.
I haven't seen
Gas.
that in a while.
The
I,
kid-
I think it's
the
good.
new one with the kids.
There's one with kids?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ghostbuster kids. Then there's
What?
the Ghostbusters women's one.
I've seen that one.
Low key, that one had some really funny moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They really
Yeah.
did have some funny moments.
It was pretty good.
There are some that are hilarious.
But
dude.
what's her? It's what, Melissa McCarthy? Is that her name? Yeah, that plays in it. She's really funny though in general.
Well, I couldn't get over that cliche they had with
She was not that funny. She was the least funny out of all of them.
You think so?
Yeah.
I can't really debate because I haven't seen it in so long.
I don't think it's necessarily her fault because she's given roles that have those scripts. But in my opinion, her movies, they're all right. I feel like the jokes are a little too forced, and they're always the same. Will Ferrell does it better.
Ferrell is good.
Yeah, but the cliche they did with Chris Hemsworth was just too much for me. The big, strong guy being all dumb.
And
Like,
that's
no,
that's
great.
what I'm saying. Some of it's forced, but some of it was genuinely funny and original, which I liked. Bill Murray cameo was pretty cool. I liked how they did that. But no, the original.
Those are really good.
What do you guys think? I think they're absolutely hilarious. But dude, like, I feel like the storyline could have been a little better. Not gonna lie.
I'd agree with that.
I love them, but
You're making me want to go play this old game I had on the Wii, Ghostbusters. You get to like point your Wii remote to catch the ghosts and stuff.
Oh, we should play some
Dude, that's
Wii
just
sometime.
Luigi's
The Wii is so
Mansion, but-
fun.
Like a Wii
Stone.
night.
The song Ghostbusters is good though.
Dun,
Of course,
dun,
dude.
We sat in T-Bell at like 11 p.m. the one night, just blaring it as loud as we could, and the whole car shaking.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts. That
Do you
song's just
think-
iconic.
Do you think that cover is better or Will Smith's cover of not cover, but he made it of Men in Black for the Men in Black movies?
Oh, I've never watched these. Yeah, never watched them. I would start one. then
Really?
Never finish it.
You don't like you can't get into it?
Well, it was late at night, and I would always fall asleep during this. I just never.
Oh,
I just remember the
I
one
tried
with,
watching it 3 times. But
Men in Black is so good.
I just remember the one with the bug.
Yeah.
The first
The
one.
big bud. Is that the first one I remember?
When he steps on cockroach and he goes, "Oh, was that your auntie?"
Yeah.
Dude, it's so good. It is really gross. I get grossed out every time I watch it, but it's awesome. And Will Smith's song "Men in Black" is kind of iconic. Can't really get over that.
I haven't seen the most recent one, but yeah, those first 3 are great.
The one with the
Chris Hemsworth and
Yeah.
some other people in it.
it looks like it's still pretty.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either.
Yeah.
But what was the one thing you wanted to talk about that you brought up earlier?
Yeah, I said we could look at hot takes and stuff. I went on there. One thing I wanted to do, I want to get familiar with subreddit or with Reddit a lot more because there's
Some bad stuff on it.
yeah, but like
That
the
thing
more
is so
harmless things on
explicit.
there.
They don't filter
Yeah.
anything.
They just tell
anything.
you like, are you sure you want to continue?
Yeah, like explicit
Or are you
warning.
positive.
Yeah.
No, I want to get more familiar with it. I don't really know how to read it very well, but I want to like go on like hot takes or like unpopular opinions and look through some and bring them up. So I checked a few of them out before we started recording, and it seems pretty hard to navigate. Like some of them just don't mean anything to me. Like I don't even recognize what the heck they were talking about.
I got a little funny story about Reddit real quick.
Continue.
Oh God.
So I've been going on Reddit the past couple weeks, just like chilling, talking to people and whatnot.
What?
And I've joined a couple subreddits. I've joined Wall Street Bets. That's a really big one that a lot of people know. And then
yep.
they're the ones that coined the term degenerates. So when you join a subreddit, like you can label what everyone in the subreddit's called, and it'll say how many people there are. Then it'll say the label. So if you go on Wall Street Bets, it says 2.8 million degenerates. It's hilarious. But I've been like talking to all these people, and then I see my username, and I just hadn't noticed for a couple days. And then my username's Speaking Sporadically. So, yeah.
Swear. So everyone knows us on Reddit now, pretty much.
Pretty much famous. I'm thinking about starting a subreddit, Speaking Sporadically podcast subreddit.
One thing, Jacob, and I saw that I like kind of discovered, it's like a new app called Amp, and it lets you like set up a whole playlist of songs that you can live stream to people. Like they can get the app and then like listen to it.
Oh yeah.
But in between, you can talk, and like you can just say like a little bit or whatever, and then get into the music again. It looks so cool. I want to try
so
that.
it's like Ant Me.
No, it's not like Ant-Me.
Dude, imagine if we all had Ant Me
I don't
though.
know why you said that.
Link up, bro.
Dude, that,
If
that could be like one of our clips for TikTok or something, or Instagram Reels, is recreate one of those Ant Me or ads that they always had. Those things are so cringy, but so funny.
How cool would it be though? Imagine every single person in the country all listening to the same song at the same time, bro.
It better be a banger, dude.
We take like a vote, a national vote, what we're all gonna be forced to listen to for the next 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
But Wall Street Bets was the people that made the one stock.
Yeah, GameStop.
Yeah, GameStop stock go way up. I remember
Absolutely
that.
epic. So the Reddit user's name that did the whole thing was Deep Effing Value. That's his name. I'll just call him Real Deep Value, or I'll just call him Deep Value. But anyway, so he bought $30,000 of GameStop calls, which are like future calls, expecting that the price of GameStop's going to go up, and everyone's like, "Hey, yo, it's not going to happen." But GameStop actually did some really good things. They teamed up. They made an online store, I believe, and they teamed up with Sony. And then they did something with the PlayStation 5 release, so the stock actually naturally went up. And then this is it's called collusion, so it's kind of illegal, but pretty much what everyone did on Wall Street Bets was like, all right, everyone, we pretty much do what the hedge funds do. If we all buy the stock price will go up, and then we'll make more money. So they kept getting people to buy it. They were able to buy it to the point where it got to a short squeeze. So people put shorts on the stocks, which they expect the stock to go down. But if the stock goes up, you have to clear position and buy the stock. So it's called a short squeeze. So you're forcing them to buy the stock back, and it just goes up and up. So it got to a point GameStop, the company, was worth a quarter of the entire gaming industry.
Which is absurd.
Was 25% GameStop. Absolutely insane. Insane. I mean, there's a lot more you can go into it, but I mean, that's kind of the basics of how it happened.
Because I was like, that happened with our senior year? Wasn't that long ago?
Yeah, I think
feel
our
like
senior. It was when everyone was. It was our junior year, because it was when people were still like 50-50 home from the pandemic, not going out as much. Everyone's sitting around just
Looking at stuff.
betting on Robinhood, basically. Yeah, but Deep Value, he turned $30,000, and right now he sold some for a good profit, but he's still holding GameStop stock. In his account right now, he has $30 million worth of GameStop stock. Bonkers, dude.
Man's a genius.
Bonkers. Genius.
If we just do that for everyone in that subreddit, everyone will just be rich. Someone does that for each stock, and you just raise it real quick.
Yeah.
Everyone gets rich. It's a win-win situation.
Well, it's more like 10% of the people get rich, 90% just they get stuck. Well, that was also the big thing happened with Robinhood closed the ability for people to buy any stocks.
Yeah, and then
That was a huge fiasco because a lot of people thought, because hedge funds were getting screwed, right? Hedge funds had all these shorts, which are pretty much collective funds of like billions of dollars that people manage. So it'd be like multiple rich people putting money into this fund, right? So people thought hedge funds told Robinhood to close down the thing, but what it really was is Robinhood has to pay for all these transactions happen, and so many transactions were happening that Robinhood didn't have the money to pay for it at the end of the day. So most like brokerage accounts, what they do is they have a calculation that's all done to figure out how much money the company's going to have to pay at the end of the day for all these transactions that happen. Robinhood didn't do that. They were like, why would we do that when they just tell us at the end of the day how much money it's going to be?
I never knew that was the reason they shut down, because I knew that was a big thing back when it happened,
Oh,
because everyone thought they were getting screwed, or people were getting screwed, I guess, because they can go on Robinhood access, buy or sell, whatever.
Normally what they had to pay for the clearing foundation was like $170 million. They had one day it was like up to $1.1 billion. And small company, they just couldn't afford that.
1.1 billion is insane.
I know, absolutely bonkers. But I mean, the craziest stuff happens on Reddit and Discord, bro.
I can't say I've ever been on Discord, but Reddit has
It's a
some
weird place. There's some greasy people on both of those.
Oh, greasy.
But there's some gold if you can navigate it.
Absolutely greasy.
It's
you know some.
that was a
first-hand
weird way to
experience.
describe it, but I'm
What do you-
standing by my description.
What are you doing on Reddit in the Speaking Sporadically name?
Getting into arguments with people. To be honest.
You sound like Jason. You sound like Jason Cheney on Instagram. I swear, any like sports post I go down, one of the comments is always Jason beefing with someone every single time.
has some great
every
takes,
single
though.
time. Like it's funny though. I sometimes go and read them, but
If Jason gets a chance to argue, he'll argue.
that's factual. That's the worst part is you will argue even if you're completely wrong and try to act like you're right. I hate that so much.
Make it sound like I'm right. Sometimes I do that. Like I don't even know. But I guess I should go on.
Yeah, you can't.
Some people can just do that. You'll be arguing with them, and you'll know you're right, and they'll just convince you you're wrong somehow, and you're just like,
What am I
"What
talking
just
about?
happened?"
That's funny.
I enjoy that. Gaslighting people is very fun, dude.
That's so toxic though.
I just do it to people. I just do it to Jacob.
I got into a different stage of gaslighting people. It's like complete manipulation.
You also live for starting beef with someone in particular too. But
Oh yeah, that's all
Next
staged. We've already talked about that.
but yeah, Clint, I also wanted to ask you, how difficult was it to change to working nights, like working night shifts and stuff? Because I feel like it'd be a big change, changing
you-
completely.
Do you just work nights, or do you?
I just
Are you
work
on a
nights,
rotation?
Yeah. I work 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. every
Okay.
day. Well, I get every other Sunday off, and Sunday I work at 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. But so it's like a 36-hour week to a 44-hour week. But I mean, the change, I thought it was gonna be harder than it was, but I mean, I actually got used to it pretty fast. But then whenever you have like holidays, like how Christmas was, where I was the week of Christmas, I worked 2 nights and I was up the rest of the week like normal. Then I went back to sleeping during the day. Then we had New Year's, so then that changed my schedule again. So then I had to get back into it after that, and that kind of got hard to get used to. Then during time change, I mean, it didn't change much in the morning, but like it was a little lighter in the morning, so it's brighter in my room, so it was kind of harder to sleep or go to sleep, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, I also remember always on the weekends you're like, because your sleep schedule's so weird for being up during the day when you don't work. So like, yeah, I got like 3 hours of sleep last night. I got 2 hours of sleep last night. What you always say, I'm like, how the heck are you up right
Some
now?
people will go home and sleep all day, then just stay up all night. But like, I want to have something to do. Like, I don't want to sleep my whole Friday and then have to go to bed like later that night. Like, I just don't want to stay up real late because I want to do something on Saturday too during the day, and I don't want to be tired for that. So then, I mean, I'd rather just sleep 3 hours and.
So you do it every single time. You're like, yeah, I'm going on like 2 hours of sleep right now. I got an hour and a half of sleep. I'm like, how the heck do you do that, dude?
You get used to it.
I know the only good thing is though, if I'm ever up super late, there's always one person I can text in the middle of the night. It's always this man who will always respond. Like, do you do anything at work? Because you text back right away every single
It
time.
depends what I'm doing.
Like you always,
Most of the time, no.
you're immediately. Even last time when I was texting you up late, you're like, I'm glad you're up, so I have someone to talk to.
That's because I was running one machine. Every machine they have, it's 2 machines.
I guess just
per
explain what you
set.
do at your job then.
The machine
You have 1 minute.
that the machine that night I was on one machine, so it was me just pretty much standing around the whole night for 9 hours, or for like 10 minutes, then I would be done. I mean, yeah, so
I know because you
Sorry.
text back like instantly. Did our timer go off?
Yeah, that's why I said 1. I wasn't trying to be mean.
Yeah.
We'll swing right back up with that in the next segment.
And welcome back. So, Trey, I have a question for you because I have a theory. All right. So you called me. Was it Monday?
Yes, Monday.
You called me on Monday because
Yes,
you
sir, I
had a
did.
pretty long haul on
Yeah.
a few interstates or whatever.
We talked about this.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So you had it was a 3-hour trip ahead of you. Something
Yep.
like that?
Yep. 2.5.
Okay. Right. You called me because
I feel like
you were
I feel like I'm getting interrogated right
quote
now.
unquote bored.
Oh, it's about to
Okay.
get worse, bro.
Right? You were bored. Oh God. And I said, and I remember specifically saying, "Why don't you just turn music on?" And what was your response?
It's boring.
This man is deaf. How do you know? I have a theory.
Okay.
Just a little one. I think that you just don't listen to good music.
I wouldn't say that.
How long do you think, Jacob? How long do you think you could listen to music for? Like Like just like you're driving, like mindless work, and you can listen to music without like having to talk to somebody.
6 hours.
Clint, what do you think?
I mean, I've done it 9 hours at work before. So.
There you go.
But I mean,
What do you
once you
think,
do it
Jason?
like enough, it gets
If you're doing something, how long do you think you could listen to music? Yeah, well, like you don't have to call anybody. You're like content listening to music, singing along, bopping.
I mean, I don't know. Probably as long as I needed to. As long as I needed to drive.
Yeah, if
However the trip was.
I had to, I could. But it's also, I think it goes by faster talking to people, social interactions.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of an odd question. It depends what I'm doing.
Yeah.
For me. Like,
Well, that's why I said mindless work. That's why I was specific.
but what is mindless work?
Driving.
Well,
Driving.
I would get old of driving after 3 hours. Like I'd want to stop driving, even if I'm listening to music.
Yeah, that's your answer. That's your answer.
But that's not what you asked.
That is kind of what I
That's
asked.
what we asked. So it's 3 hours.
Well, that has nothing to do with the music. It's just that I would get tired of driving after 3 hours.
Yeah.
But I could keep listening to music afterwards. Like I could have headphones on all day.
Don't get tired
So-
of driving.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you could keep going with the mindless work, like how long could you listen to music before you're like, okay, I just can't. I just have to do something else, like talk to somebody or do something else.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've ever reached that point. Hours and hours.
So
yeah.
that's an answer in itself. My theory, you have to listen to more music. Like expand yourself. Because you're on
listen-
aux a lot and it's good music. But first of all, I don't think I've heard more than 15 songs come out of your phone. Like that's always the same 15 songs. They're good songs, not dogging on the songs, but they're always the same. When's the
listen-
last time you added a song to your playlist?
Week or two ago.
What was it?
Do you want me to look it up?
Yeah.
It also depends on what mood you're in to be able to listen to music.
Yeah, it depends
Well,
on the set. Depends on
Well,
the
that's why
setting.
that's why music is so great because there's music for every mood and a mood for every piece of
Yeah.
music.
Well, also
That's
the-
why what
it-
we're saying is the person with the best music taste is arguably the person that can listen to the most genres and then the most songs in each genre.
And also, you've only listened to
That's-
that playlist because it's also the setting part, where that's the only
Yeah.
time I play music. I'm not just playing music randomly for you. It's also the thing. So it's setting, so you hear that. No, let me
Well,
look.
yeah, of course, yeah. But
What I noticed with Trey too is that the same songs come on because it's just the start of his playlist.
and then we get
don't
to where we're
shuffle
going,
those?
or we don't.
Can't you shuffle it?
I mean, there's loads of songs in here, and it's always on shuffle.
Spotify actually has this thing where like it plays.
Yeah, that's very
typically
true.
the same
Yeah, that is
songs.
true.
Yeah, because
I
it's your
noticed
your
that.
most played.
Yeah.
It's also, I just throw my phone down at the beginning of the night. The last
Let
one
me
I
see some of
added
these. I want to see some of these.
was Roxanne.
Roxanne, 24 Karat Magic, Uptown Funk, Stronger. Skipping that one. Talk Dirty, Trumpets, Whatever It Takes. Good Old Days, Jealous, Love Story. California
I know.
Girls, Last Friday Night, What's Poppin' One Time. I'm going to right in the middle just to see what's going
to
on.
be fair,
Come and
this
go, this
isn't the
could be
playlist
us.
I listen to most of the time. If you want to see the playlist,
Yeah,
I
I
listen
want your
to most of the
person.
time,
I want your personal playlist. We can plug this in too if you'd like.
this one.
Let's
This is
plug
my
this in
personal
for 'em.
playlist that I listen to when I drive.
The last playlist I was listening to, bro.
Let's get this for you.
Thank you, sir.
There we go. Of course. All right. Tongue Tied. History.
Dude, have you ever heard of this song? That's a new song that just came out.
Only Want to Dance.
Mm-hmm.
I want to dance with somebody. I know
Not that
that's
one.
not it.
If you have
Marry
Hulu-
You, AJR. Okay, Isabel, Maniac, Happier. More power to you to like whatever music you want to like.
I've heard this song.
White Walls.
Yeah.
I do like it. It's pretty good.
Listen to that song all the time.
But
You guys
there's
think
like
this
two
would be-
genres in here, Trey. Don't you
Yeah.
think you can expand a little bit and see what you like, man?
Yeah.
I just saw the title of the playlist.
No, not that one. West.
Okay, looking at these. Oh wait,
Yeah,
okay.
you have
Home button,
different
too.
stuff. So, not that one. The ones that we made. So I made that one. I made that one. That's
Okay.
old. That's old songs, country playlist. I
Okay.
guess that's it. So it's just different genres that we have.
But you don't have anything that's like a good mix of all of them.
No, I do not have a mix of
So
everything.
you have to like physically.
Yeah,
change
I'll
them.
just change them.
That's where you're going wrong. I promise, dude. I promise. So I could do me personally. I could do like 4 or 5 songs in the same genre, and then it's got to switch, or else I just kind of get bored. Or I can't do.
It's whatever
But if you-
genre you're feeling at the time. That's what I feel like. I don't want to go through.
I'm not a
country
big
song
genre
and then go
feeling
into-
guy though. Like I'll organize them.
More
but
power
in
to
my
you,
big
but-
playlist, dude. In my big playlist, it's all scrambled up. If I like download a bunch of songs that are like all kind of in the same genre, I have to like scramble them up
I see what you mean.
so that
to
they're
get
not
a
all
good
the same.
variety.
Because that is how you.
Because I do what Trey does. I just put all my same genre.
Yeah, but not even that too, because they came out with
That's
this. They came out
it's
with this.
cool to
now.
have them all in the same place.
I don't know where you access it from, but I was listening to that. It's your AI DJ,
Yeah, with a specific group of people.
where it gives you 5
like-
songs from a genre, then keeps switching over and
Yeah.
over on songs that
See,
you
that's
like.
good.
I listen to that now too, but I don't know. I forgot how
Spotify's
to get
also
there.
kind of weird because you can
Oh, it's offline. That's why.
like because sometimes Spotify will just like add songs that you don't really know, or if you just like make a playlist with a few different songs, that's funny.
You hit the plus button on, like, it will give you suggested songs.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Oh, at
And
the very bottom.
It's cool
Yeah.
because you're exposed to new music in a genre that you already really like, but then also you're not really exposed to like these, like, you know, different songs or different genres that you could be possibly interested in or find like really good bop and stuff like that.
But I would agree. Everything is, all my playlists are one genre pretty much.
Don't get me
Which
wrong,
one?
Trey. I
Like 5.
love talking to you, and I'll do it anytime you want to call me when you're on the road. But
Call it today.
Yeah, he called me today.
but bro, music is such a powerful thing. It's so
Seems a little called
good.
out, like he doesn't want to talk to me. I think that's what this talk is about, bro. Jason said, if you didn't know, Isaiah was a band kid.
Listen.
I always got
Okay.
my spare drumsticks.
No, I'll take
All right.
I'll take what you're really trying to say.
Oh, I
here.
do see. Hey, I see Tyler the Creator on here. That's pretty cool.
Instead of listening to music, you should be listening to Speaking Sporadically
The podcast.
podcast.
What a plug!
What a plug.
Nice. But
Well, I do see what you're
Follow
trying to
us on
say,
social
that you don't want to talk to me, so I won't call you anymore. I'm sorry for ruining your time.
I know I wasn't your first choice, anyways. On Monday.
Yeah, you were.
Oh.
Dude, I've been listening.
You were my first choice.
You weren't the first time. I remember that. You're like, yeah, I tried to call Jason, and then blah blah blah. I'm like,
That was one time.
I
This
see
time
how
I
it
did
is.
it. You were the first choice that came
alright.
to mind. Like, I haven't talked to Isaiah in a while.
But yeah, no. Do you want your phone? I can unplug it if you want it back, or we can keep it plugged in.
I want to see what he texted me.
But
I've heard of it.
no, I think
Like
the
whenever,
best thing
like,
is
listen
to
all
mix.
you guys, then-
To their conversation, bro.
What's going on over here? What are you guys talking
They're
about?
arguing. Why don't-
Let's go back to one.
Yeah, we can do that.
What were you guys talking about? Like,
So, what do you guys think is the best shoe size? That's what
you
we're
were
talking-
not talking about the best shoe size,
Yeah.
really.
I'd say like a.
Like, what are you talking about? Like, like
12s.
Well, what constitutes? Let's get scientific. What constitutes?
Do you
the
guys
best
think
shoe
it would
size?
be cringe if I like posted something on my
Excuse me?
private story and said like, please send me like new songs you think I haven't heard? Like, would you guys actually like actively send me cool?
I
Yeah,
did.
that's-
Well, I
that's what
get-
I'm thinking.
We do that for each other all the time.
I know a couple. Well, that's the thing. Like my private story is mainly people I think actually would, like people I'm pretty close with.
That's
Because
actually a cool idea.
I have
Yeah.
like 60 or 70 people on my private. story.
Or we also could
Yeah, I don't know
do.
that many people.
Or we could also do Spotify. You can do a collaborative playlist. We could all add our favorite songs to a playlist and try to expose each other to new stuff.
using
Yeah.
Spotify, bro. I'm not ever using it
What's on Spotify?
because you gotta pay money for the actual good version of Spotify.
Oh, yeah, you're right. What's this mom pays for mine?
I use trending because it takes a little bit longer to organize,
Yeah.
but I like it a lot more. And I can't remember. It was Felix. I told Felix about trending, and it was months ago. And then the last time I saw him, he's like, "Yeah, bro. Like I got that, and like he's got the whole setup for it now." And the only thing is you have to look up songs to download them. Like it just takes a little bit more time. But once you download them,
and a lot of them is like music videos too, isn't it? Like YouTube videos.
yeah,
Unless
like,
you find
it
a certain
pulls from
one
YouTube, but you
Yeah.
can find like lyric videos and
where
stuff
it's not
like
like
that.
the intros
And
and
it
like
pulls-
random noises.
Yeah, and it can pull from other like websites and stuff like that too.
I think with how much I listen to music,
But it's really cool.
I think Spotify. I have the student version. It's like $4.99 a month, and I think I get my money's worth and more.
Yeah.
Like actually, factually, statistically, because for the student version, you have to listen to. It was like 98 hours of music to make. Let me get this right. To force Spotify to spend more money than you're paying them. So statistically, I literally.
Oh, and you just do that
make
anyways.
my money's worth.
You just do it anyways.
Yeah, yeah.
Spotify's cool because you do get the benefit of podcasts. But a lot
I
of
listen to
podcasts have
so many
ads
podcasts.
recorded into them anyways.
Yeah.
And so I do use Spotify for podcasts and podcasts alone. Because you can't avoid the ads that are recorded into them. The ones that I listen to. You can't
That's also very fair. I would
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah.
Because
Because they have their own.
the free version of Spotify completely
Terrible.
terrible.
You'll get like 3 songs in,
No,
and then you get an ad, and then 2 songs.
Not even just that. If you go to look up someone's playlist, you can't play the certain song. You have to go on shuffle or have to play through. You can't click a certain
You only-
song.
You
you
can't.
only
You
get
can only get like 3 skips or
You
something.
can't download any
You get
songs.
6 skips.
You get
Six
6
skips.
Six skips an hour.
An
I
hour.
think.
'Cause
Which
I don't-
isn't
I don't-
terrible.
I just have regular Spotify, so.
I don't skip songs.
I think I just think that's so
Trending, man,
dumb.
Just take the time. I promise you. And then because you get trending, you download the songs, right? You can play anywhere. Middle of the backwoods, dude. You can play your whole playlist. I promise, without paying. And you just need Wi-Fi or data to download it at first, and that's it.
I just think it's so dumb. You can't play a certain song. You have to go to a playlist.
Yeah.
Even if you look up a certain song, you can't play a certain song, right?
I agree.
You'll go to like a playlist with that song's on.
There's
I've
like
had-
in my experience, there's like a 30% chance it'll play it. But yeah, it'll always take you to a playlist.
Which
where
that's
it's
so
very
dumb.
it'll play like either the first or second song. It'll be it.
You're talking about trending?
No, we're talking about Spotify.
free
Without
free
premium?
version.
Without
Yeah,
premium
without
on Spotify, did you know like if an advertisement come on during your playlist, you can just exile the app, then go back on Spotify. You don't have to listen to the ad.
No, because I don't have a free one.
That's what I do.
I know there was. I swear they lie when they're like, click to play this 30-second ad to
Yeah.
have
30 minutes of uninterrupted
uninterrupted
listening.
listening. I click that,
That's
and then I
cap.
hop in the shower, and
I'll get 30
I'm out
minutes
in
of
20
ads.
minutes, and I get 2 ads. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Clint, if you want the student version, just use my student email.
Yeah, really.
Your school email? Well, you gotta send it to me.
That's illegal.
Yeah, good. I know people that do that.
Collusion.
I don't think
With
it's collusion, is it?
Well,
the student deals are amazing though.
Working together to commit a crime.
Fair.
but I don't really need it either because like during work, I'm pretty much
Because he's
zoned
downloading
out.
trending.
Yeah,
Trendy.
I'm zoned out too, so I don't really
Yeah.
realize what I'm
Yeah.
listening to.
I just
That's
took the
also fair.
strategy of I found like a way of like cutting to not spend $60 a year in any other aspect of my life, and then put that money into Spotify. I was like, well, it works for me. Call me privileged. I've had Spotify Premium for like 5 years though now.
Yeah.
So nice.
Crazy.
See, I've never had it, so I don't have to go through the thing of like living without it.
So on my Capital One card, I get 1.5% cash back on every purchase, whatever, and I have that hooked up to my
So
just like the
Geico,
ad.
too.
like my $5 Spotify Premium monthly thing, and I'm like, I wonder, do the math. How long would it take for me to like get 1 month free? Because you get 1.5% cash back, so over time it'll be enough. I'm like, dude, this gotta be pretty recent. Like, dude, I bet I get like one free like every other year. Like that's kind of. I looked up, it was like 68 years, and I get a free one. I'm like, nice.
You guys
Every
want to hear?
single-
I'm
You
gonna
guys
be-
want
I'm
to
gonna
hear
be
some
90.
crazy stuff?
I'm gonna be
that I've
90
been
years
doing?
old, and I'm finally gonna get my free month. I'm gonna be like,
It's gonna be worth it. It's worth it in the end.
So I found this app, this brokerage called Stockpile. You can buy stocks using credit cards, and I have a credit card, my Discover card, which I get 2% cash back. So I'll buy $200 worth of stocks, sell the stock, get the cash back, and just
Rinse and repeat.
rinse and repeat, bro. That literally might be illegal.
There's
though.
no way. Yeah, I was gonna say. Well,
He's talking so loud. It's like he wants to be on base.
okay. I thought he wanted a microphone.
Yeah, I just say.
That's why I kept looking over there. I'm
He's
like,
gonna dock him in the
But the student
guest race. I'm just saying.
the student discounts are really really nice. So because I get Hulu for $1.99 a month, which is
I just use it for the
amazing.
Microsoft, all the Microsoft like Word,
Yeah,
Excel.
you get all that for free.
That's so nice.
I don't know Microsoft. I hate Microsoft. Where I do not like it. I'd rather go to
Really?
Google.
It's taken me a long time
You Gen Z.
to
You Gen Z.
it's taken me a long time to relearn it
2005, baby.
Okay.
because we learned it in elementary. Then we switched over to Google,
yeah.
which had its pluses, but I think ultimately Microsoft has a lot more possibilities. So I'm trying to learn that back again for school, and it's tough. The other day I had to ask Jacob how to make the page numbers in the margin different because they kept like all the odd numbers. I don't know why that's even a setting in Microsoft. All the odd numbers like 1 and 3 and 5, they were different. But then all the even numbers were always just 2. So it was 1, 2, 3, 2, 5, 2, 7, 2 on a big essay I had to write. I'm like, how?
Why
Why
is
is
that
this
an
even?
option?
And so I was talking to Jacob about it, and then finally, right before we were recording the last podcast, I think I'm like, oh, there it is, and it's a setting that it just goes odd numbers the same, even numbers the same. Like, why is even numbers even clicked?
I just remember in elementary school going to the computer lab and playing that one typing game.
Like the asteroids.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I loved the asteroids.
I always
and you have
sucked
to-
at that.
Oh,
was
same.
horrific, dude.
I still type with 2 fingers.
Yeah, same.
Fingers like
Oh,
this.
man.
Not like people can type. So it's like therapeutic
getting a
almost how
little
people
Watching
type.
teachers type. is
Yes.
incredible.
I'm
They'll be,
getting a little
looking
better
you
at
and
it.
They'll be typing at perfect sense. I'm
I
like,
know.
oh.
I've gotten pretty good at it. I finally figured out how to use this right pinky, bro. That was the menace. I could never use.
Like
They would,
the
I would
enter
type
and
with it
everything?
up like this. Wait, I can finally get that sucker
put
down.
your pinky up real quick, and I want to compare. Look at that, bro. That is as tall as I can get mine.
Bro, you can tell because I use this experience of holding it up like this.
Yeah.
Looks like you're
You do that
drinking
at
tea or
parties
something.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly what I thought of.
Like that.
I still type with 2 fingers.
Yeah.
Gotta be
I
fancy.
get pretty fast, but I gotta look
Do you
at
really,
the
bro?
keyboard.
Yeah, but I can type fast with it.
That's messed up, bro.
The problem isn't like typing with 2 fingers. It's if you do it with this. Like,
What do you mean? Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I obviously don't go like this. I go like this and do it.
Nah, I'm like fist.
Oh, but
I
he's
use my
like-
fist.
Oh, I see what you mean. If he does this, that's weird. But like he's like
Yeah, I'm not just going like
just
this.
using your 2 pointer fingers.
Pretty much. I'll sometimes I'll get courageous and one of these 2 fingers, one of these
I woke up feeling dangerous
one
this morning.
one of these 2 fingers will like magically like hit it.
Just hit it. Yeah.
Yeah,
When the L
it
key's
works.
That's how
just
mine
too
It's just,
far.
it's just in reach. No, it's,
It's like never doing that again.
that also happens a lot too.
No, I gotta optimize, bro. I assign 6 keys to every single one of my fingers.
You're trying way too hard.
They're not allowed to click
I-
any other keys.
I noticed
No.
that somebody told me recently because it was in like a quieter class, but I was just, I was typing an essay for a different one. Like we were waiting for the professor to get there. It was super quiet, but there's like 20 of us in there, and I was typing an essay, and I messed up. I didn't notice, but I messed up like words like 6 words back, and instead of just like moving the cursor over and clicking it and fixing it, I didn't even hold the backspace. I went, and evidently I didn't notice the backspace on the computer I was using was pretty loud. Because people were like, "Are you okay?"
The worst is when you try and type in your password and you can't see it because it has like those.
The
Asterisks.
asterisks.
Yeah. And so then you get to like the end of your password and you think then you press like the wrong letter.
Did I-
Then you're
oh,
you're
yeah.
like
Yeah, I'm just
Like
gonna
all the way
backspace
back,
all the way.
Just
Put it
back
all the
all the way.
time.
Yeah.
or
You're
type it
counting
in,
how
like,
many dots there are.
Yeah.
See
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
you should be at.
You'll get it all the way in and you're like, did I spell that right?
Yeah, I do the
All
same
way
thing.
back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Might as well just be
I had
safe
to,
in the side.
I had to do that at work the other week because it was like the first time I like signed into the system since like last fall, and I couldn't remember for the life of me what my password was, right? And so I didn't remember the password. I'm like, oh, I'll just try it a few times. Didn't realize it had a penalty if you got it wrong so many times. So it's like, try again in a minute. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Like your iPhone
So I'm
walking
thinking
out.
about it. I'm going through the options. I'm like, okay, all right, I think I know what it is. Type it in, wrong. Try again in 10 minutes. Okay, so it goes up. And then I type it in again. Finally, it's like, nope, half hour. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to tell my boss. I'm like, all right, I just can't. I'll just try next time. Jacob told me, I don't know if he was joking, but later that night, I didn't tell him that it's not his fault if he actually did it. But
Oh,
I didn't.
yeah, I tried it again.
Yeah, I didn't tell him that I had like built up these penalty stacks. So the next one was going to be like, come back in a day, dude. And he tried to, I don't know why he just like tried to type my password in. You don't even know the last 4 digits of my social security number.
Well, that's the thing. Like, mine's not the last 4 digits of my
Well,
social.
you changed yours, didn't you? Well, you've been working there a lot longer, so they probably just asked you. Mine is my name, some aspect of my name, and then the last 4 digits of my social security number.
So what were you typing in for your password then?
Yeah, is it really?
I know it now. Okay.
So what were you
But
typing in that
take-
was wrong? Like,
Okay. So
What are the
instead
last
of-
4 digits
Instead
of
of
your social
7771, it was 7772. 7771 is the last 4 digits of my social security number.
777. Okay.
If
question: is everyone's first 3 digits of their social security? Like, what's yours?
actually, you can find the first 3 digits.
Yeah.
You can find anyone's first 3 digits by just knowing the day and
Yeah,
the
the-
location they were born.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
Yeah, Corey's is just one after me.
I have a question for the fans at home.
So like,
Hey,
what's
what's
your,
No one born between those 2 minutes.
so what's yours and what's his then? If
pretty
he's like,
None of you business.
none of your business.
I have a question.
If
for the
you had
fans out
as
there.
much money as you did,
I've seen
your
that
social
before.
security
Oh my
net,
God. How much money would
how
you
much money would you have?
Yeah.
I've seen like Twitter things of that, and some person will actually comment. They're like,
All
"Oh
the-
shit!" underneath.
Don't forget, kids. Interact with this video to keep us going. Type in, go get your mama's credit card. Type in all the numbers on the front. And don't forget the 3 wacky digits on the back. If you were born on the month your card expires, when would you be born? Don't forget. Yeah.
And be careful for those weird scams that have been going around about banks telling people to freeze their credit cards. Don't do it.
Don't do that. They're trying to get more money from you.
They're trying to steal your money.
Yeah. Whatever you do, don't report it to the name on the card. Tell us the name so that we can just.
We'll take care of
We'll
it
take
for
care
him.
of
We'll
it
take
for
care of
him.
it for him.
Don't actually do that, young impressionable fans.
One time I was biking down 705 and I found a credit card and I was like, oh, I gotta return this to the person like it's for, And I was like, well, let's be smart about this. I gotta see.
I do have to get a new laptop.
I gotta see if this is a working card or not. Like I don't want to waste my time
Yeah.
if it's already frozen. So I'll just go get gas real quick, see if this person really needs it.
Did it work?
Didn't work. I didn't get gas with it.
I was gonna say,
I
I
know.
did not get gas. Don't worry about a reward. I already got it. Thanks, though.
Let me pay you. No, trust
it's
me. You
already
paid
done.
me enough.
Check
You
your
paid me
account.
enough.
Check your account.
Check your account.
I do remember that though. You found that.
Yeah, because I told our coach about it.
Yeah, didn't she know the person?
Yeah. She sent her a text or something. She's like, oh, I lost that a while back. And I had it all settled up, deactivated, and whatnot. So,
Someone in my family's card got stolen, or some sort of information got taken online or something.
nice.
It's fine now. We just froze it. But the only reason we found out, and I've told you this before, was because they got a bill statement on their account that said like so many hundreds of dollars went to like 40 to 60 subs from Subway that were purchased at this random place. At least that's an easy way of knowing.
I can actually
Like,
get
it was-
behind that, though.
I'm not paying for that.
No, I mean, if
I'm
you
not
had
getting any of that
if
food.
you stole my credit card and you bought food because you're starving, or your
40 to
family's
60
starving,
subs? You can't
That's
eat
a
all
little
of them before they
ridiculous.
go rotten.
you are like the people you live with under a bridge in your tented community. If you're all starving, bro, and you have to steal some money from me to buy subs, I'll take that.
So if it was like 3K of subs, you're fine with that if it fed an entire bridge worth of people.
Yes. When you put it like that, if I'm also getting if I still get the 5% cash back,
It's worth it. It's worth it.
if my rotating 5% cash back was at food stores that month, I'd be okay with it.
Hell no, bro. If I'll give them food. I'm all for that.
So you'd rather have
Please.
homeless people starve?
If it's 40 footlongs worth of money, no.
40 feet worth of subs.
Like, who is that going to, dude?
They're going to be playing Pac-Man trying to eat all that.
Who could that possibly be going to?
Dude,
homeless man stocking up.
yeah, dude.
What?
Yeah, but why are you still
For the future.
He can't eat it all. Where's he gonna store it? His fridge?
Is he hibernating for the winter? 40
If it's the
subs?
winter, bro.
maybe
you
he
can
brought it
store
back to the
outside.
homeless shelter.
It was not
Yeah.
the winter.
Dude, I'm saying there's like
You
entire.
don't think the homeless shelter's gonna be like, where'd you get all those?
You live here. I see you every day. I know you ain't got no money.
Real suspicious.
Collecting money on the streets today.
Figured out how to rob Subway. Hear me out. We get jobs, or we start working there, and then they deposit the money into our accounts every single month.
Yeah. We gain their trust.
We gain their
Sign a few papers here and there. Don't worry about it. It's not important.
Then we just do whatever they tell us to do.
And then make out like bandits. But we don't make out because if we stay there for another week, it happens again.
Bro, that's just a job. Yeah.
I thought they were making it up.
Yeah.
The what is that from?
Key and
It's just,
Peele.
it's, yeah, Key and Peele. That's got Dwight Schrute vibes all written all over it too.
That's it.
These are the two worst guests we've ever had on.
That's terrible.
Because they're so
Peanut gallery is so
distracting.
loud over there. They're getting rowdy.
It's not even that. They're just distracting what they're saying.
Nice and rowdy.
I can't
Better
keep it.
start a whole nother podcast, Peanut Gallery. Speaking Sporadically.
No, we should have two
Peanut Gallery.
podcasts going on right now. Their podcast and one right here.
What
No
kind
one
of
heard it.
giggle was that?
No one heard it. Do we recreate it?
I'll watch this Key and Peele skit and I'll do it again.
He goes,
Dude.
he finds it or something, and he goes,
It does not give it justice.
Key and Peele was mocking America's Got Talent, where people will say all these like bad things that are going on in their life.
yeah.
That's
And
everyone anymore.
The guy was qualifying for this dance thing, and he was saying all these things. It was Keegan was up there, and Jordan was like, "Sir, no, just like he wasn't up for it." He's like, then some woman walks on the stage. She's like, "That's my 12-year-old daughter right there. Yeah, I raised her all by myself. She's addicted to crack." A couple of minutes go by, and then this kid, like this toddler, runs out with a stick, and he's like, "Yeah, that's her blind daughter, my blind granddaughter." And she's like a baby. Then they finally give him the award. He wins the
I've
competition.
seen some crazy edits of America's Got Talent where they walk up, they tell like a crazy sob story, and it's like ruthless. It's like, yeah, when I was 3, I turned blind, and then it cuts to them like hitting
Hitting
the
the
X on
buzzer.
some other person, some other contestant. It's like, dang.
I've seen a lot of those. Those are funny.
Oh man.
Well, okay, this is a good question actually. If you were forced to go on America's Got Talent, what would you do? Wait, you want to go first or last?
I
Okay.
got thinking about this one.
Okay.
What would
can't
I
juggle.
do?
It would be nothing with talking, that's for sure.
I would have to, if I'm being honest, like honest, I've seen there's a guy on YouTube that beatboxes but also plays the sax at the same time, and it's so sick. You have to listen to it because it is actually wicked, dude.
I don't know about that one.
It's wicked.
Beat
So I would
saxing.
try to do that.
If I had time,
He doesn't really beatbox. He like just uses like the mouthpiece and like.
If you had to do it tomorrow, like what would you do?
tomorrow I'd go home right now and do a magic or learn like some magic trick, some basic one. You're just gonna get buzzed
good at
off and you're fine.
I would do a bottle flip. I'd hype it way up and just be like
Honestly, that's not a bad one.
And
gas it up like a magic trick. How much is in this? How much is in this? Keep an eye on that. Remember. Still there. Too much. What would you do?
I have no idea actually, because I'm not really like talented in anything.
That's so
Like,
sad.
I'm just
I
normal.
would-
If you one of those prank guys,
What would I would do?
you're like, the guy's like, spin the wheel.
On America's Got Talent? On America's Got Talent?
What are you talking about?
The guy's like,
The guy.
Did he go on a...
$20.
Oh,
spinning the wheel.
Yeah, I'll take the $20 and she's spinning
Give me your
the
shoes.
wheel.
Oh, give me your shoes. Are you guys going to come back? I need those. Spun the wheel.
yeah.
I guess I could try to sing. I guess if nothing else, I'll just play the
That's
saxophone.
what I was.
I'll
that's
play
what
the
was probably
saxophone.
gonna do.
I would know.
But
I have no
with
better
their feet.
option.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. The one girl.
I'd let someone.
That's if I
I'd
have
let
to-
someone shoot me, and I'd catch the bullet between my teeth.
Like Houdini. Yeah, but that's already been done. Like, are you gonna do it a different way?
Well, you don't think that's impressive? Fine, they can use.
I guess not. I guess yes.
Go on tomorrow. I just tell a sob story. Then they'll just.
Then make
There's no greater sob story than to tell our audience that unfortunately the episode is coming to an end in like 8 seconds. So follow us on the socials at Speaking Sporadically, TikTok and Instagram. Hit the like button and